Atkins, a lot of contact. Grizzlies retain possession. Miller against Quentin Ross. The spin. Miller for three. Short. Got his own miss. Gotta love it. Grizzlies doing a good job on the backboards against the league's best rebounding team right now. The rebounding story is even at 29 aside. And Cassell has just been hit with his fourth foul, and it puts the Clippers over the foul limit, and it puts Chucky Atkins at the line, who has been practically perfect in the month of March.
Well, that's one of the concerns of Coach Eric Musselman at halftime. He was getting to the free throw line. Didn't like the fact that Grizzlies had only been 5 trips. Well, here it is. You know, you're just over 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. You're shooting the whole way out. Why, when you put the ball on the floor, go to the basket, get to the free throw line now? You know, your offense can carry you for a while, Pete, but you have to get some of those points from the free throw line. It's a natural part of the game. All coaches in the NBA preach that gospel in the locker room. Get to the free throw line, especially when you're struggling to score the basketball a little bit, as Grizzlies' shooting percentage has dropped considerably.
Still at 47%. Grizzlies 13-3 on the home floor when shooting 45% or better. 2 free throws by Atkins, and it's back to a double-digit lead at 56-46.
I like the fact that they answered the call of Mike Fratello coming out at a timeout. They've scored 5 unanswered points.
Maggette and Livingston back in the ball game for the Clippers. Kaman, Eddie Jones raked it away. Top 10 in steals, Eddie Jones. Clippers 6 turnovers here in the third. Eddie explodes to the rim and reverses it in. Outstanding by Eddie Jones.
And that is the trifecta for that move he's done tonight, avoiding the shot blockers as Mike Miller would get called for the hand check on Corey Maggette. But folks, this is just a beautiful move. We've seen him do it several times. You got to get creative with the basketball whenever there's shot blockers around. Look at how he got away from Elton Brand on that play. Wow. And he went way over to the other side of the glass and somehow kissed it off of there, and it dropped right in.
Using the rim as a shield. Mike Miller committed the foul, non-shooting, Maggette off the drive. And Eddie Jones, another steal. Feeding Miller to the cup and in.
And right now, Pete, it's all about defense. And the defense now of the Grizzlies are going to force the Clippers to call timeout, as Mike Dunleavy has seen enough.
A 9-0 run by the Grizzlies. They equal their largest lead of the night. It's 14. It's 60-56. And one of the league's best defensively, Eddie Jones, is the catalyst in Memphis.
Danka Office Imaging brings you the I Love My Copier collection. Get the Toshiba eStudio 850 and sing right along.
85 pages per minute.
Who can forget this classic?
Baby, you hold punch like nobody else.
Visit Grizzlies.com and answer 2 questions about your copier to win a chance for a new copier, Grizzlies tickets, golf passes, and much more. Sponsored by Danka.
Take the Victory Challenge and see why we're the fastest growing motorcycle brand in North America. Test ride a Victory, take home a limited edition t-shirt. With over 300 dealers nationwide, taking a test ride has never been easier. Dare to compare. Victory, the new American motorcycle.
Now it's time for you guys to tell me what you want to do. Everything's negotiable on pinks. 5 cars, no nitrous. Give us at least 2.
Don't ask for 20 cars. That's ridiculous. I need Kleenex out here for these guys, man. They cry every time.
You lose this race, you lose the ride. Let's race!
Pinks, Wednesday nights on Speed. Available on DirecTV and Dish Network.
Grizzlies back in front by 14, 60-46, equaling their largest lead. The Nike Hoop Summit will return to FedEx Forum on Saturday, April the 8th at 3 in the afternoon. The 9th annual meeting between the USA's top high school seniors and the best under-19 players from the rest of the world. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster locations, online at Ticketmaster.com, or you can order by phone 901-525-1515. It'll be right here in FedEx Forum. Gasol, a double-double, who was picked to appear in the Nike Hoop Summit, unable to make it because of a scheduling conflict. Eddie Jones, 5 steals. His season high is 7, and he goes to work against Maggette as the Clippers put it back in play. Kaman over Gasol, off the glass, and Eddie Jones with a rebound. And Mr. Smooth, Eddie Jones, is getting it all done tonight. Eddie with 11, 4 assists, 2 boards, and those 5 steals. Daniel Ewing in the ballgame for the first time tonight for the Clippers, and the Clippers force a turnover. Maggette on the pickup. Duke has been eliminated by LSU 62-54. Kaman shot blocked. Brand has it on the baseline and scores over Gasol. A million pump fakes for Elton Brand, who has 19. Check it now, 21. And mark this down. 6 times this season the Clippers have come down or come back from double-digit deficits to win the ball game. Eddie for 3. And the rebound to Livingston.
Well, the Grizzlies, have gotten the Clippers out of this game as Corey Maggette drives out of control. Now the Grizzlies have a fast break opportunity here.
Chucky to the reverse. Miller on the pickup. Never give up. Never give up. I think Winston Churchill said it.
And Mike Miller kept running down the floor, and because of his effort, he was able to get a little nugget and put it back in the basket.
Miller with 13 and 11 rebounds, so he's got a double-double. Kaman in traffic is held by Lorenzen.
And that's good defense once again. You want to see something even better than that, folks. Watch what happens on this play right here. Corey Maggette out of control a little bit. Mike Miller doesn't foul him, does a good job avoiding the contact. Here, good defense by Quentin Ross on the play right there as Mike Miller hangs around. He continues to run down, didn't concede that Chucky Atkins was going to make the layup, and was able to pick the ball up and put it back in the basket, Pete.
Kaman, a good free throw shooter, 75.5% good with a first. Lorenzen Wright comes out, and Shane Battier is back in the lineup for the Grizzlies. And on that last defensive play, Miller was trying to take the charge, but it was Lorenzen who got the knockaway. And Lorenzen Wright getting the start tonight, 11 and 4 for Wren. Jake Sokolidis, in case you joined us late, a sprained left thumb, is inactive tonight. But Lorenzen has come up huge tonight with 11 points.
And the defense, the Grizzlies defense has just been sensational, Pete. They're starving. What they're doing is they're starving the Clippers offense as Mike Miller lines up from downtown.
Miller was 16. Grizzlies their largest lead of the night at 65-49. Mike has scored the last 7. And an offensive foul as Kaman extended the left arm into the chest of Gasol.
You talk about how good this Grizzlies defense has been, Pete. I mean, they have just been sensational. I mean, here, anytime you leave Mike Miller open, and the Grizzlies have had several open shots like that tonight, I mean, he's going to make that shot 9 times out of 10. I mean, they've starved the Clippers offense. They're shooting 40% from the field while only allowing them 5 free throw attempts.
9 turnovers in the quarter, but an offensive foul called against Shane Battier, so the Grizzlies turn it over. 17 turns on the Clippers, leading to 19 Grizzlies points. And the Grizzlies have turned it over for a 13th time on the offensive foul by Battier. Atkins comes out. Bobby Jackson is back in the lineup. Bobby 1 of 6 in the first half for 3 points.
And just to add to the miseries of the Clippers on offense, the Grizzlies have only given up 7 on the offensive end.
Maggette drawing the foul from Mike Miller. And we'll go to the free throw line. And Memphis is through to the regional final in Oakland, 80-64. And Lorenzen Wright, a good night for him. He said, and you would have known this if you watched the pregame show, and if you didn't, shame on you, Lorenzen said that the Tigers would win by 15. He was off by a point. And Antonio Burks, yeah, he's happy as well. Antonio, if he made a prediction, we don't know about it. Meanwhile, assistant coach Mitchell Anderson, who starred at Bradley, probably covering his eyes right about now. Ooh, the stoic look from Mitch. Pressure being applied by the Clippers. Kaman comes out of the ball game, so it's Brand, Radmanovich, Livingston, Maggette, and Daniel Ewing trying to force some turnovers from the Grizzlies with aggressive defense. Grizzlies a 14-point lead. They led it by 16 moments ago. Gasol against Radmanovic. Powell squares up. Rebound Brand.